Hey guys, Omni here. Welcome back. Today we're going to be jumping into the final episode of Echo. The last couple of episodes have been pretty intense, and I don't know where it's going to go from here. Well, with that all said, guys, let's go ahead and hop in. If you want to see the full-length reaction, you check that out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, get you access as well. It is in watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up the time codes and reaction to the entire episode. Over there, you get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover in the channel. You also get to suggest and vote on what movies to react to each month. We got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage, to try to make it worth your while, since you're going to support the channel. But guys, at the end of the day, I really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. Please leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it really helps these videos out. And that all said and out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 5. Here we go. There's that woodpecker again. Oh, no! Not the omen bird! You did this to yourself. Not exactly the whole truth. Aww. Dude, when I got my first BB gun, I guess the concept of life and death really hadn't quite sunk in just yet. So I just wanted to shoot, aiming, hitting the target and stuff like that. And I shot this, I believe it was like a sparrow that was perched on our gate at the end of the way. I was like, yeah, I got it. And then immediately once I saw the same thing, dude, it shattered me. In my head, I just didn't connect the two together. I never shot it at a living thing ever again after that, man. Oh shit, when they said she was a healer, they literally meant. Well, fuck. Damn. Oh. So she has her mother's ability. She can heal others, but can't just regenerate. Or maybe she could have if she wasn't like, maybe she died on impact. I don't know how that would work. What else will she be able to do by the end of this?
I bought in a sewing machine a few years back, and I was just wondering, maybe...
He knows exactly. Oh, oh. Dude, that brings me back. That is,
Well, when you brought it in, I cleaned it and oiled it. I knew you'd come back for it. I just had to wait.
Just like for him, right? Oh, that's sweet.
How much do I owe you?
Nothing. Just promise me you'll come back once in a while.
No.
We have a deal.
Tipisala chiki, Skully.
I'll get the door.
Excuse me.
It's okay.
I'm so nervous.
Please, let me help.
Oh,
Thank you.
shit. He didn't leave.
Your necklace. It's American Sign Language. It says I love you.
Oh, you sign?
I try for my niece.
Oh, I learned for my daughter. She's passed on now.
Oh, God. And she left, too.
It's the kind of pain you never quite get over.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I keep it up now for my granddaughter.
Really?
Oh, no.
Well, tell me about her.
Her name's Maya. She just come in from
Fuck. He's not one to share either. I really feel like he's at, I imagine he feels at competition with her actual family. I'm so not okay. And where is she right now? What's her game? What? Oh, damn it. Are we gonna have a throwdown at the powwow? Oh, God.
This here's a vendor park.
Damn it.
I'm gonna pack up down by there so I can enjoy your indigenous fare from afar.
So if you're a vendor, though, they should have given you a little slit thingy to put up on your dash, because otherwise, if not, then the
This frustrates me, man. It also has my nerves on fire. Oh shit. There's that bird. Oh no. Fuck. Okay, we're coming home. We're coming back. Oh, is she gonna find the suit that was being made for her? I say suit, but... Oh. Wow. Oh. Oof. No, because we echo through you. I like that. Damn, that looks so good. I still want to know about Chafa. I still want to know a little bit more about that. Might have to do that digging on my own, though, into the legend itself. Because I'm sure that's rooted in the real thing, knowing how much effort they went through in this show to make this authentic, as much as they could, at least. Dude, I love that design. Dude. I really want some snacks now.
All right, Tamaha, are you ready to powwow?
Oh no. Fuck you, Fisk. Jesus, this is so fucking petty. Oh, let's go. What's in the box? Oh, dude, what if they, like, send a message back in the way that she did to them? Same kind of... I mean, this is a smaller crate, I think, but... Wow. And this is beautiful. Follow the woodpecker.
Biscuits, any word from Maya?
No, but there's some creepy guy here.
I don't know, man. They're up to no good. I know it.
Listen, Biscuits,
It's about to get dangerous. Do you have a gun or a weapon?
I got something even better.
I got my PS4 I haven't sold. If they hurt her grandma, I will freak out. Wow, what a dick. He's probably going to be like, come with me or they die. Oh, wow, making her sign for him. I would be like shitting myself if I was being made to sign or translate or anything with Kingpin like 2 feet to my right. Hell, just being in the same room, no matter the distance, I wouldn't want to be there or involved at all. Ooh. Oh no. Shit. It's one of them, rather than an entire case, which means he's probably just gonna blind fire that into the crowd. I'm not gonna lie, this is a little cheesy. Okay, that's badass. Let's go. Fuck him up. Holy fuck. Oh shit. It's activating for all of them. Let's go. Woo! Oh god, that got me. Let's go! Monster truck! Oh my god. Dude, please. Shoot it right before he can launch it. Pop that motherfucker. Let's go! Come on, buddy. Get it!
Wait, what?
Oh. Aww. Hey, I mean, that works, I guess. Oh, that little fucking corny ass wink ting, that sparkle glint. When he did that, I was hoping he was gonna pop the explosive. Oh, what the? She's healing his hurt. Oh, shit. I'm gonna take away your ability to bend. Did she send him home? Oh, the wall!
Keep this with me. It's to remind myself where I come from. No! I am not who you want me to be!
She's trying to heal his trauma. That is sweet.
What did you just do? What did you do? What did you do?
He doesn't know how to wrestle with that either. She opened the door for him to heal. Maybe he's got to take the rest of the step. I mean, that would line up with the rumors for Born Again. I don't remember if that was before or after they decided to rewrite everything. Oh, and it's been following her ever since her own little Morai in a way. I love the soundtrack and score for this show too. No. Oh. Bust out the Coronas. Oh. Family. I like that she, tried to help him in the end. Stood up to defend her family, but also has to acknowledge that just as much as they are part of her, no matter what, they are still family as well. Damn. Officers would like to extend our deep gratitude to the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma for their collaboration on this series. That's fucking badass. All right, we do have a post-credit scene, so I'm just gonna let it play because it doesn't look like it's too far off.
We need to stabilize this situation before it spirals out of control.
Race for mayor.
Ideal candidate. It turns out most voters want somebody who is a fighter.
Which works against the career politicians. The voters want somebody who understands the pain they're going through, who understands the frustration they're going through.
Exactly right. A bare-knuckled brawler would do well in this race. An outsider, somebody who is not afraid to take on the establishment.
But wouldn't that candidate have emerged by now? That's the question that remains for
Yeah, okay. That is what they're doing.
There's no doubt it is late in the process, but there's still a window of opportunity. That's what the poll is telling us. It could be anybody's race.
Okay, they're doing it. They're going the mayor Kingpin route. Mayor Fisk. I had heard tell of that. Because it was rumored, at least I guess this pretty much confirms it. So if you don't want to hear it, skip ahead a little bit. But it was rumored that in Daredevil Born Again, Fisk was going to be running for mayor. But he wasn't going to be one of the antagonists, was the understanding from what I believe was kind of out in the ether. I think they just announced who the villain was. Again, I don't know if it was confirmed or rumored, so I won't dive into that. But we'll talk about at least this. So, she opened up his mind because he was just, his entire life, he's just continuously been propagating that pain that he experienced as a child. Basically took all the wrong lessons, as well as some of the right ones, from his father, and then kind of became that creature himself. He became the man his father was at the end of the day. He never struck Vanessa. He never did anything of the sort like that. He protected his loved ones. Anybody else, he will raise your world if you fuck with him. He's so volatile because of just that environment he grew up in, that conditioning that he had, and then the way that he perceived the world. He kind of became, like he said, the ill intent. He's been wrestling with that his entire existence and career as this Kingpin. It's interesting that with this ability, and now it is maybe like a little bit of a shortcut, taking away the hard work, the actual reflection, with her kind of tapping into his soul and pulling him out of that a little bit. And he doesn't understand what he's feeling now. I imagine like I'm not exactly sure exactly to what extent that works when we're talking about emotional trauma and pain. Like her mother did the same thing to her, and maybe it just opens that door. She did that to access her heart, to access her mind, to access her spirit. And then through that, it kind of opens this ability to see yourself in another way, to accept aspects of yourself maybe you didn't have access to. And maybe it makes it easier to see. It's a different kind of healing. It's different than healing the body. She was healing her spirit. And it seems like she tried to do the same to him, and he was fighting it. He didn't know how to wrestle with that. He doesn't know how to live in any other way than what he's kind of learned his entire life. But he still has all these things. He still has this anger. He still has this frustration. He still has all of this fight in him that maybe now, like you said, we got to get ahead of all of this. I'm coming back, get all the heads of our community back together. We got some stuff to hammer out, after everything that happened there. some restructuring. You know, he's got his coming home party, you know, coming out of retirement, since I don't know how many people, most people seem to have thought he was dead. So I'm not sure how many people were aware that he survived, but it seems like he's going to be running for mayor, entering that mayoral race. And then from there, maybe actually trying to use all of these abilities that he's got, this power, this fervor, this fire, for something better than himself, or more of the same. He's like, hey, I'll become mayor and I'll just kind of do something the same, but with a different angle and see how that works. I don't think that's the direction that they were implying, though, with the way that this kind of ended. You know, that all aside, though, I love that relationship. I love that dynamic. And I love that this was kind of Maya wrestling with all these different aspects of her life. You know, she had been perceptively exiled from her home, from her people, with what happened with her grandmother, kind of projecting a lot of her own hurt and neglect onto her because of what happened with her father and what that led to with her mother's passing. You know, there was too much of that pain that allowed her grandmother to distance her so much that she didn't feel welcomed here. No matter how much everybody was like, hey, talk to your grandmother or talk to Bonnie or whatever, it didn't feel right to her. Like, in some ways, as much as this place was opening its arms to her, she didn't feel welcomed herself in a way until she could figure out where that was coming from. And I like that kind of, this whole thing was just about healing for both of these characters at the end of the day, you know, both literally and emotionally. You know, we saw him literally recovering from the headshot that she left him with, and then coming back and kind of regaining his stance and his presence. But this was also about her reclaiming herself, her identity, her lineage, her people, her family. As much as, you know, she can't exercise the things that he taught her, the skills that he taught her, the involvement and love that she did genuinely feel for him. Because at the end of the day, that's kind of what blinded her to a lot of the things that she was doing for him, was that no matter how you spin it, he did raise her and have a hand in that, and she can't necessarily deny that. But she's also not going to let him burn to the ground her actual family and her heritage and what comes along with that. And I love this play on ancestors, because I think you can take that away regardless of your stance on this sort of thing. Like, we are as much the product of the past as we are of the present, of the people in our lives actively in the way that we are shaping it. I love that echoing of that sentiment in the story. And I like how they kind of brought that into the namesake of the show as well. You know, does she still have that ability to read people's details and, you know, keep up with the fight? You know, yes. Does she, but also she adds to this that she's the echoing of all the different skills, the attributes, she is her people, in this collective kind of metaphysical way. And I love that. I thought that was really, really beautifully executed. There was that cheesy moment where we've seen the same flicker of shots used repeatedly throughout the season. You know, I still would have liked to have gotten a little more backstory on the progenitors, the originals, you know, Chafa and that whole thing with the cave. I want to know more about that. I do wish we would have spent more time diving into that, where this connective tissue, the supernatural elemental connection comes from. I would have liked to have had some more time spent touching on that a little bit. But we did have these moments connecting with her ancestors, with these specific people throughout this history. Obviously, we skipped some generations. There's people in between these gaps, but those were the ones that were calling out to help her in this moment, using the skills that they learned that would be beneficial to her in her given situation, her current situation. That all connected very nicely. You know, again, that little sequence there before she ramped up, she had that vision, she stood up, and then like that little flicker and all those things going, it was a little cheesy, it was a little campy, but you know, when she stood shoulder to shoulder with those same ancestors, dude, that gave me chills. I absolutely loved that. Stuff like that like gooey, lovey, heart shit, I love that stuff. As goofy as it can be, it's very effective. I love that whole aspect. And then, you know, channeling those abilities, but also that it awakens in those around her as well. It woke in Bonnie, it awoke in her grandmother, gave them the same power as well, because it's something that they all share. They all are of this lineage. I like the way that the community came together. I like the way the Biscuit got involved. I like the way that Black Crow got involved in the end taking out the dude who messed around at his roller rink. Though I do wish he would have shot the RPG and detonated him on top of the van. That would have been cool. But just shooting him and then launching it up and it being confused for the fireworks also works. I just wanted that fucker to explode. Oh, God. There's just something about the way he carried himself, the way he talked and down to people, and the way he just kind of strutted in there like he did that just pissed me off. Then Dude Biscuit in his monster truck crushing those dudes. Now, he didn't like completely compact those vans, but the guys in the inter passageways on the inside walls on both vehicles, they're gonna need some doctors. That's for fucking sure. Surprisingly enough, there wasn't there wasn't a lot of fighting in this episode. It was very much about an emotional narrative resolution, which I'm totally fine for. I really dug that. It also kind of skirts away from the typical MCU show ending, and I kind of like that. It definitely sets itself apart. I love her new outfit, the way her ancestors, her lineage, these values that carry on, that she carries with her, is all represented in that. And then also she got the new brace for her leg. You know, she's just getting these pieces of herself, the self that she's kind of been denying herself this entire time because of who she's been raised to become. I love that this was just about accepting her roots and everything about her whole self. It's just, I don't know. I thought all that was really, really, really well done. There were some aspects of it, again, that I do feel like we're a little rushed, and that's, you know, you can't really avoid that with these runtimes. I do think that given, if we took out all of the setup and all the retreaded stuff from episode 1, honestly, I think this probably could have made a really tight 2.5 hour long movie. I still like the presentation of this, the use of this as a spotlight, even if it is deceptive, because unlike what they had branded or advertised what the Marvel spotlights would be used for, this seemed to be repurposed and put over into this to make it fit in, due to it being TVMA, due to it being this character in this kind of isolated pocket story. You know, but this story in particular required previous viewing. You know, it required all of that setup. Honestly, I think barring that first episode where a lot of that setup was, episodes 2 through 5 I thought flowed very nicely and worked very well together and had this like homogeneous kind of feel to them that kind of just made it all kind of really enjoyable to watch. You could settle into it. It lets you linger in the emotional moments. It lets you linger in these experiences that the characters are all going through. And I thought all of it really worked. Loved all the performances, especially the use of the ASL language throughout all the scenes and the acting that kind of paired up with that. Honestly, I thought a lot of that was really well handled. I love the soundtrack. I love the visuals. I liked us being in a different pocket of the Marvel universe and seeing a different, just in general, aesthetic than we are used to, getting away from the big cities and kind of stepping out and into this kind of more rural, middle America kind of environment. And then also, as well as diving into this culture and these people, the beliefs and the stuff that they deal with. You know, her grandfather running that shop and those stupid tourists just coming in and treating it all like it's this one blanket thing. I liked a lot of those elements. There's a lot of really cool stuff in this that I thought really worked. I've seen a lot of mixed reactions to it, but I think overall I really enjoyed it. It's just that first episode. It had some good moments in it, but the first episode was a mess. But I didn't want to judge the entire thing on the first episode alone. And I think, like I said, from episodes 2 onward, I thought it really stuck the landing, and I thought it really washed away that concern that I had early on. Still very curious about the timelines. So if you guys have a little bit more clarification or knowledge on that about how this fits into Daredevil season 1 through 3, I'd love to hear your thoughts on how it all pieces together. That would be an interesting kind of exercise to kind of dive into. I'd like to hear what you guys think and how you guys feel about all of that. But guys, we've reached the end. What did you guys think? How did you feel about the execution on this season as a whole? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you see the full-length reaction, check it out over on Patreon or for a member channel, gives you access as well. Speaking of before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends. Andy Share, Ryan Karen, York, Scott, Melita, Robert Aguiano, Jeffrey Hale, Jake Contrell, Eric Official, Amy Becca, Casey Wood, and JoJo. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. But that's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.